radiation does, y'all, when you sit in the sun, you produce trillions of mitochondria that work. Remember, cancer is what? Mitochondria failure. Cancer is mitochondria failure. Look, the human photosynthesis. This book will blow your mind, y'all. When I say I devoured this book, I got two of them. The old one's so messed up, I had to buy a new one. And this literally shows you how you go through something called biophotomodulation, and by being in near infrared light and being in red sunlight, what it does is it produces, it's called mitochondrial genesis, where you produce all of these new mitochondrial cells that are very unique and very healthy and robust, and now you can get the adequate oxygen you need to get rid of those cancer cells, because the energy you need to heal come from the mitochondria. So if your mitochondria is damaged and it's spewing out these bad machine cells, it causes what they call metastasis. But if you get a bunch of these new cells, and when you get in this near infrared light, you can either do my infrared light bed, or we're going to put you in sunlight. You need at least 850 mm's. You need 850 mm's or up. If not, you just working. You just basically bullcrapping yourself, and you might as well just get in the tanning bed. So we have a medical grade infrared light bed therapy that acts like the sun concentrated, and medically it will blow your mind how it helps you heal. All right. Now you need to do oxygen therapy. You need to find a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, or you can come holler at me. I'm certified in hyperbarics, oxygen chambers. We got, how many we got now, B? We got so many different of them. We got 3 of them, and all of them is different. They go up to different altitudes, and I'm actually clinically certified in them. Got all of my papers on them and everything, so I'm good at running them. You need to do hyperbaric oxygen chamber just to bring a lot of oxygen to the body, a lot of oxygen to saturate not only the bloodstream, but to saturate the actual the plasma, to make it into the tissues, into the cells better, to change this thing around. All right. Next thing is you need what you'll call post-electrical magnetic therapy frequency. All I'm saying is, it sounds like a beautiful, long medicinal word, but you need earthing, you need grounding. You need to put your feet on Mother Earth. If you're somewhere where it's cold, like it's cold in St. Louis, you can't come put your feet on Mother Earth. You get hypothermia, and you probably get frostbitten on your toes. You see what I'm saying? So you need to come see me, and I can put you on one of my PEMF mats, or put you on my Beamer bed. That'll help alkaline and ground you out. That'll help get rid of all of those positive inflammatory protons and bring in a lot of negative alkaline electrons. And this helps get rid of cancers. The whole thing you're doing is changing your environment. But while I'm helping you change your physical environment to help you heal through my geogenetic level 2 package, which is on my site, to my 3 bitters, changing your physical environment, getting you in my facility, putting you on all of these different detoxes, heavy metal foot detox, putting you in a sauna, putting you in a near infrared light bed, putting you on post electrical magnetic therapy, you taking your baking soda, lemon shot water in the rising. You need to be working on your spirit. You need to be working on your mind. Anything that is disturbing or disrupting your peace, by all costs, you need to get rid of it. Now, to get rid of it. And what you will find out, sister, going through all of this in 3 months, you look at your CAE, you look at your CA19, your CAE19. These are all cancer antigen markers. You look at your AFP. You look at your GGT. You look at your ALT, your AST. You start looking at your complete blood work and your female comprehensive metabolic cancer panels. All of the numbers go down. And you start seeing a physical reduction of the tumor. Physical reduction of the tumor. You see what I'm saying? So there's many things you can do. There's many different ways to act. And I don't want to say fight cancer, because we're not fighting. Because when you look at cancer, cancer is the body's trying to heal itself. We just helping it out. And we need to take out the trash. And the way you take out the trash is by way of the lymphatic system. Your best friend is going to be breathing to move the actual Cisterna-Kali lymph node, to move the lacteals, to move the Peyer's patches, to move the iliac nodes, to move the inguinal nodes, to move that cecum valve, to move that appendix to get the right bacteria into that large intestine, that transverse colon. Breathing. Next thing is going to be your manual lymphatic massages, which I can do for you. I'm training a lot of people right now. I'm going to be training more people once we do this job fair, and I hire a bunch of people because I'm opening up this big old school. And you're getting on my lymphatic acoustic bed. But your main thing is going to be breathing. Breath work is going to be amazing for you. Sunlight, hydration, making sure you're sipping on a bunch of alkaline forming water. You have to hydrate yourself. Killing those parasitics. Being around loved ones, laughing, being happy. Stretching your body. Lymphatic massages. Light. Hydration. Because remember, this is the process of what you would call disease. It starts off with what? Ingestion. How you think about your food. How you bring your food into your mouth. You chew that food. Now you come into digestion. Once you digest, what happens is the adrenal gland starts to utilize. So ingestion, digestion, then you absorb. You absorb through your blood, then you utilize what you absorb. After that, you're supposed to eliminate. Most people are not eliminating. You're not eliminating toxins out of your body. You're not eliminating the metabolic food that you ate. You're not eliminating all the stress that you went through out the day. You're not eliminating on the emotional level. You're not eliminating because you're not talking about what hurt your feelings. You're not eliminating because somebody double-crossed you. You didn't speak on it. You're not eliminating because you wanted to cry, but you need to be strong for the family, or however you look at it, so you're holding all these tears in. You're not eliminating because all the things that happened to you when you was little, you ain't standing up and speaking against it. You're not eliminating because you need to be journaling, writing down all the bull crap that you've been going through, and you're not writing it down. You're not eliminating because you're not praying. Even if you're praying to your higher self, you're still not praying. You're not eliminating. You're not eliminating because you're not speaking the life you want. So meaning you're not putting out affirmations and not speaking of the change that you want to see in the world and see in your body. You have to eliminate. Because if you don't eliminate, you accumulate. When you accumulate, you become congested. When you become congested, what happens, y'all? The body goes through what? Toxicity. Toxicity then brings on what, y'all? Deficiency. Because what gets toxic? The blood. When the blood is full of toxins and the lymphatic system is full of toxins, without the lymphatic system, you can't get your fats. You can't get your vitamin A. You can't get your vitamin K. You can't get your vitamin D. You can't get your vitamin E. These are fat-soluble minerals. See that? You can't get your water. You can't get your hydration, your cations and your anions, because your blood is being blocked. So now the toxicity causes roadblocks and brings on deficiency. Now deficiency becomes an oxygen deficiency. The deficiency comes a malnourished deficiency because you're not getting no minerals, you're not getting no cations, you're not getting no anions, you're not getting no macronutrients, your micronutrients. You're not getting electricity. So now you're deficient. You're deficient in your emotions. You don't know how to express yourself to nobody. You don't know how to express yourself to your significant other. You ain't had sex in a while. You just tapped out of the world. You deficient emotionally. You ain't talked to God in a minute. You deficient spiritually. You deficient physically. You deficient. So since the toxicity brought on the deficiency brings on what? Adaptation. Now your body starts to adapt to it. Now you start adapting to it. You think it's cool being an asshole. You think it's cool not communicating your thoughts. You think it's cool being lonely. Did you know loneliness is one of the number one causes of disease? So-called disease, loneliness, y'all. It's studies on it. Look it up. You think it's cool not having friends. You think it's cool being ducked off in the corner all day. Do you know that in order to have community means communication? Without community, you die quicker. You have to commune. You have to communicate. See, now you're adapting to these unnormal lifestyles that you think is normal. It ain't normal. Now your cells have to adapt to this deprived body of oxygen, so the cells start to adapt and becomes anaerobic. Now it uses it uses lactic acid to proliferate cell growth. Now it uses lactic acid in bacteria to actually get glycolysis, or what you would call burn sugar. And guess what that do? It drives tumors. Drive the tumor marker up. So now your body adapting. Now, since your body have to adapt in order to it to survive, you have to mutate. Now you mutated. Damn, she ain't the person she used to be. She mutated. Damn, he don't act like he used to act. He different now. He done mutated. Now you look in the mirror, you don't even know what you looking at. You look in the mirror, you don't even know who you are anymore. Because your ingestion was wrong. What you was bringing into your environment, what you was bringing into your cipher was wrong. Whether we talking about physically, whether we talking about spiritually, whether we talking about emotionally, whether we talking about physically. What's wrong? then your digestion was wrong. The way that you digested that information, the way that you heard that food for thought, or the way that you digested that actual real food.